Up last year, it'll be quick. Okay. We have a root of an equation. Now, a root of equation means is that when I replace z with the answer automatically has to turn to 0. That's what a root means. Okay. So if something's a root, when I plug it in here, it will balance the equation 0 equals 0. Now, what it says is that 1 minus 2y is one root. So if you're ever asked to prove that 1 minus 2y is a root, you just put it in here and you figure out when you multiply it all out that it would basically turn to 0. Now, the rule is it's a complex root. However, every number that comes before the z's, they're all real numbers, aren't they? Yeah. So that automatically means that the conjugate is also a root. So automatically means that 1 plus 2y is also a root. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to turn this into a quadratic equation. We're then going to divide the quadratic equation into the cubic equation to find the last factor and hence the last root. So let me show you what to do. You go z squared minus sum of roots times z plus product of roots. Now let me show you what the sum and product means. Sum is add them together. So when you add 1 minus 2y plus 1 plus 2y, what you get? 1 plus 1, which is 2. The sum is 2. The product of your roots is 1 minus 2y, 1 plus 2y. You gotta multiply them all out. So you got 1 plus 2y minus 2y minus 4y squared. Minus 4y squared, anybody? Plus 4. 1 plus 4 equals 5. So, what we're next going to get is z squared minus 2z plus 5 equals 0. Now guys, quick question just to really hit this point home. If I did the minus b formula for this, what would be my two answers? If I did the minus b formula for this, what would be my two answers? Those two there. Because you get a complex minus b formula. Yeah, you get the square root of something like that anyway, but you'd get the square root of a minus number. Yeah. And the bottom line is the answer would be a complex number. Okay, so if you did the minus b formula for this equation here, you'd get these two answers here. Okay? Now that you've done that, what you're going to do next is you're going to divide the quadratic into the cubic. Okay, so we can get rid of this here, and then all we're going to do is just put in the cubic beside it. So once you've done that, you can say next is it goes into the cubic, and the cubic is 2z cubed minus 7z squared plus 16z minus 15. We put it all in. 2z multiplies with that, 2z cubed. Okay, 2z times minus 2z is minus 4z squared. 2z times 5 is plus 10z. Now we've got to take it all away. Take that away, cancels. Turn that into a plus, it's minus 3z squared. Turn that into a minus, it's plus 6z. And that's minus 15. Now, happens next, guys, is that it's 3z squared divided by z squared, which gives me minus 3. Multiply minus 3 by the 3 of them, so you're going to get minus 3z squared. Minus 3 by minus 2, plus 6z, minus 3 by plus 5, minus 15. Change the signs, plus, minus, plus, and it's a 0. Now, what that means there is, see this cubic equation we're looking at here? That cubic equation can be rewritten like this. It can be rewritten as z squared minus 2z plus 5, and then z minus 3 equals 0. Would everybody agree that the cubic, this number here, is the same thing as multiplying this one here by this one here? That's the whole point of division. Like if you take it back to really basics, it's like
2z minus 3.
Yeah. Up the top. Oh yeah, okay. 2z minus 3. Okay. Now, what this means here is that when you solve these, okay, we already had one of the answers. We already knew that the first one is that one. We already knew automatically that the second one was 1 plus 2y. Please remember, that's what happens when you use the minus b formula for that equals to 0. Then the other one is 2z minus 3 equals 0. Bring over the 3. 2z equals 3. Z equals 3 over 2. And you're done. Okay? Question? Yep. W equals Z1 multiplied by the conjugate, okay? So, what's it? Z1, Z2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Z1 conjugate of Z1. So, Z1 is, anybody, Z1 is 1 plus 2i, isn't it?
Yeah.
Z1 equals 1 plus 2i. Z2 is 1 minus 2i. We already did what the r multiplied by, Jared, didn't we? We did in the last question. Turned out to be 5. It's going to be 1 minus 4i squared. 4i squared turns to plus 4. Okay, we already did it. Alright. Now, plot Z1. Z1 is 1 across 2 up. There is your complex number Z1. The other one is 1 minus 2i, which is down here. What is that? What is the conjugate compared to the first one? It's mirror image in the x-axis. Do you see that? It moves from there all the way down to there. Mirror image in the x-axis is what the conjugate does. Okay? Now, it then asks me to draw W. Where's W located? 0 plus 5i, which makes it over here. So Z1, conjugate Z1, W. If you weren't able to get the answer from part 1, make up an answer and draw the answer in part B anyway. Pick up marks. Okay? Sorry? It's on the... Oh, minus 2i. Oh, you're right. Sorry, Z1 was actually the plus version. And the conjugate of Z1... Oh, sorry. Z1 was the minus version, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so Z1 was 1 minus 2i, which means that the conjugate is 1 plus 2i. So it's just a matter of me putting that one as a bar and putting that one as a Z1. Is that right?
So, why are you having the thing come from the art?
Complex number, okay? When you draw a complex number, for the most part, it's on its own, okay? So it'll just be the 2 points, okay? In the next question, we're asked to get the acute angle of Z1, W, Z1. So we have to find that acute angle there. Yes? So lads, what we have here now, actually, excuse me, they want the angle of Z1, W, Z1, WZ. So actually I was looking for this. So see this angle here? That's the angle I want to get. Okay? Now to do this angle, it's very easy. You draw a line going down here. They're both angle A. Would everybody agree with that? They're both 2 down and 4 across. So all I have to do here then is angle A is 2. The opposite is 2 and the adjacent is 4. Tan A equals 2 over 4. A therefore equals tan inverse 1 over 2. What's tan inverse 1 over 2?
26.573.
26.57
57.
degrees. Now that's only for one of them. I need to multiply that answer by 2. And what you get when you multiply it by 2? 53 degrees and just say the nearest degree. 53 degrees. Everybody alright with that? Okay.